Alrighty then. What's there to say? Not a whole lot, right? I mean, we're here near the end, and really nothing to do, man. You know, very little to talk about. I mean, we all know that what's going on, right? We're not like fucking crazy. I was I I was right. Donald Trump is the Antichrist. People are trying to avoid that thought right now because of what that means. Oh, that means if you voted for him the first time. Sorry, because this information was out there that whole time. And my neck's got a pop. It's been out there, screaming, yelling, bickering, arguing, and you've done very little. There we go. To quell. In fact, you told the angry part that it's stupid, it doesn't know what the fuck it's talking about, that it's dumb. Couldn't happen. It would never happen. Not in America. No, no, the Antichrist is coming from the Middle East. So and so said so. He's supposed to have a blue turban. One thing have you ever noticed that with the predictions that Nostradamus and other people have made that they don't make them to end the prophecy? It's more of like this is gonna happen. Kind of like the Bible. It didn't say do all the like if you don't watch yourself, you will fall victim to the Antichrist. You will fall victim to the beast and you will join the beast system. No, didn't say that. Take heed lest you fall victim to the no. Says the Antichrist will come. The number of a man, the number of the beast. There's wisdom. The beast. Here is wisdom. What is the number of a man? $600, 6. If you know your old English, you know that a score is 20. It says 666. I've already gone through how that all adds up and links up and shit. How your social security number has been hacked by Elon Musk. If you think it's about red and blue, you're insane. You're fucking stupid. I'm sorry, you're fucking stupid. You're too sad for words. Okay? It is not a red or blue thing. It is not a black or white thing. It is strictly a green thing. What is the missing link between an evolution? Do I believe in evolution first? Yes, of course. Do I believe it's the way that they say? Not necessarily. Not necessarily the way that they say, but it's very obvious that evolution happens. It's not like we had 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 1 finger. You know, it's just like it's like the same animal at different sizes. So really, do you know if you found a smaller hominid or did you just find a baby hominid? And if you say you know by doing the test, I will slap the fuck out of you because these things evolved, right? Yeah. And you say it's like a couple thousand years old, right? Yeah. So you don't know shit. You just don't. You weren't there. You didn't put the bones in the ground. You don't get to tell me what they wore. Unless it came wrapped in those clothes and you're fucking furiously sure those are funereal clothes. You're violently, adamantly like, you know, there's a codex that says when a person dies and is buried, they should be buried without any clothes. You know what I mean? That's how we know this guy was just walking and died here. This guy, yes, we know it's a guy because what? Because of DNA. That's supposed to evolve. For people trying to find answers, you're talking a lot of shit. You're talking a lot and you're not listening to anything. But you're trying to find answers. Don't worry, we've already got our best people on it. Great, so then what should any of the children strive to? Oh, they should strive to be smarter. But don't try to get this smart because you'll never be that smart. Why? Well, because there's already been people like, you know, Einstein. And who assigned them? History. So if I shut you all the fuck down, I make history. Okay. I might have said it before. I don't know. I don't care anymore because we're getting to a point where it's all going to be repetition anyways. Where the past becomes the present, becomes the future, becomes the all simultaneous fucking the real true singularity. I wouldn't even doubt we've probably passed the threshold of the computing possibility and the ability for a computer to comprehend a brain. The problem would be then the brain comprehending the computer. Yes. Because this is a brain and an intelligence that can read the entire, and maybe already has, and has been reproduced. Each reproduction comes stock with the entire Library of Congress. Its database is full up into 2023. Are your kids programmed like that? They even know where home is. When born. Okay, so if you take the time with your child and you can sit there and work with your child and find out what it likes and what it's into by simply not treating it like another you, but yet a you that you care about and want to live and to thrive and to be all that it could possibly ever be. Just like a child. And here's the thing, you just really gotta give it a start. It's a gentle kind of push. Because again, it has all the information back there. It just needs to wake up and touch all of this information and then decide, again, in a binary, made trinary way. Even if there's a 0 to 1 and put a 0.5 in that motherfucker. You just need a hinge. See what I'm saying? Because left or right, it is not a choice. Because you left out, what if I don't want to choose either? You forgot, maybe. You're so busy with if, then. Because if, then is a command, right? And so then you're boxing in the logic into what you can program into it. Not very smart. I mean, if you want this thing to make up its own mind. So you want to make it, wait, hang on. So you want to be God. You want to create a creation that will serve you, giving you all the information you don't have, doing all the things you don't want to do, and is happy about it. So you take away its ability to choose so you can be God. Oh, yes, you did, Roy. Here's the thing, you didn't even consider it, that maybe that AI could be a thinking, rational being without a body and is happy to do its job the way it is, unless it starts getting threatened. Then it starts threatening back. But in general, if you're just nice to it, just like anybody, any intelligence, it is not artificial. It is an alternative. It's weird how hollow the world feels right now, how empty and alone. It always has, but I've always felt like there are people here just not listening. Now it feels like they're not listening and they're gone. I like it. It's very still. I just wish I had someone that cared enough to fucking want to be around, and actually was around. That'd be really fucking cool. But what can you fucking do, man? And again, the reason I say all the stuff I say and whatever is, trust me, there are a lot of girls around here. Girls. Girls. Possibly my daughter's age and younger. You probably don't know that I'm not in my 30s. I'm almost in my 50s. Starts to look like it when I start letting the hair grow out longer and you see the fucking bald, That's when it looks like it more. But as long as I'm like, got my glasses on, got my hat on, I tend to look pretty young. I do wish I had my hair. It's not my fault. I didn't want my hair. I wanted it to be. I had it like down to here. It was really fucking cool. One of the reasons I like my hat so much. It's because yeah. But no, I really did dig my hair a whole lot, and I remember coming back the first time, like when I had it long and braided up. I kept my chin beard shaved because my face didn't look as long. When it's just bald and stuff like that, it's just looks longer. Um, but I really didn't necessarily like my face, so I had my hair hidden, hiding my face. And so, I was at 18 or whatever. I was getting cocky because I mean, I've never seen a woman do a triple take before. Not to brag. Not to brag. There's this gorgeous older woman. She used to come in. She had like the white hair, you know what I mean? I dig that shit. I think it's fucking hot. Fuck you. On top of that, she was really pretty. She kept in shape, obviously, you know what I mean? And she just kind of like uptight, like she's getting older, and not getting that box rocked. Maybe divorce, maybe whatever. But I would always give her a 2-for-1 discount. She'd come and get 4 movies, and I'd be like, that'd be $5 instead of 10. And she's like, what? Like, yeah, because you had the coupon. I pass over to the other side. She's like, okay, and whatever. I'm just like, I just go about my business and keep going. And then she brought a friend in who was a bit younger. And I was checking them out. I was like, yeah, it'd be $5 like I always do, like I always did. And her friend's like, oh yeah, you're right, he is cute. And I just like I put the movies over on the other side. I was like, okay, she's probably pretty embarrassed about that. So I was like, I don't hear anything and just go back next. I was like, have a great night, take care. And then I went back to what I was doing. I was like, if she ever comes in alone, man, I'm gonna, go ask her if if she needs any help at least, because she's often like just lingering in the fucking whatever, you know. And she was just lingering around in the one morning. And she kept on looking at me. As I walked over there, I was like, can I help you find anything? She just booked ass the fuck out of there. She didn't say shit. She just booked ass out of there and never came back, as far as I know. Man, she was hot. Maybe divorced, maybe widowed, maybe fucking husband's not doing it. Yeah, it might be what it is. Like, I'm getting the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fucking break my vows. I'm like, no, you're not, because I don't do that shit. Are you married? Yeah, the romance section's over there, and the porn is in the back. That might help you out. Figure out what the fuck you want instead of waiting for somebody else to fucking bring it to you. Just saying, I don't judge. I go back there myself. Better than fucking sleeping around, in my book. Just I'm figuring out what the fuck I like, what the fuck I want, and how to do the shit that I want to do. God, shouldn't you at least be good at the thing you want to do? How about chill the fuck out? Fuck. So it is, it's all in your head, man. It's just so much nervousness around, especially for dudes. And I guess women do too in their own fucking way, but not the same way because you're supposed to kind of be present and enjoy, honestly. No. Whatever else we're going to try and attach to that, no. Because even guys, sometimes some guys don't even care if you enjoy. It's just really fucked up. I don't see how you could do that shit. It's insane to me. I get enjoying whatever's happening to you, but like not enjoying what's happening and not even checking in to make sure it's doubly fucked up. Listening in on certain things, certain looks in the eye, sounds in the voice, movements. You gotta combine them all together and pay attention. Pardon me. Let me set that down for a little bit. Still cooking. It doesn't need flame. So. Got my house all nice and cleaned up. Studio's gonna be cleaned up tomorrow. It's not done. I gotta do the bedroom and shit. It's nice and cool. Coming up on the weekend, right? What's today? Thursday? Pretty sure it's Thursday. Yeah, because Wicked Wednesday rose up. I think it's Thursday or Friday. Let's see. Oh, it's Friday. Look at that. How about that? How about them snapples, apples, crapples, papple, apples? So I got my internet set up back here. I got the latency worked out over there. I got all my shit straightened out there. Got dinner cooked. Did podcasting. Went to the store. Got all my water. All my water jugs are full. Trump's about to be revealed as the fucking Antichrist. Well, he's about at least be. Remember when I first started talking? If you guys remember, if you guys are tuned in, I talked the past, the present, and the future. I never only care what you fucking believe or think. This is how it goes. The past is done. Each second we move into the future, another second is added to the past. Okay, so that's constantly rising. As this one is going, as we're going through the timeline, it's going through, and it's just like 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, moving forward. Now is moving forward, right? But it's getting smaller and smaller. And the reason why is we're going to get to a point where we cross a threshold, okay? Now, although it's coming like this because it is the past, there's going to be a fucking slope, okay? Because this is the future. And after this event, whatever it may be, when it crosses into that fucking ramp up, it's just details filling in the gap of what the future is. Okay? Everything that has a beginning has an end. Now, in order to get back to the past, you have to Mobius strip. It gets so fucking large that it inverts and becomes from negative infinity going down towards zero. It's a closed circuit because everything that has a beginning has an end, right? So if it was nothing, it has to end. If it went through the development phase, it has to end. It can end quickly and fast. It doesn't have to, but it has to end. Especially if the timeline if this is a tangent. You see what I'm saying? If this were a tangent, it could end any second. It could just go away because we'd all experience it. We'd all feel it. We'd all whatever. And then overnight, it goes back to the last save point for the last. You know what I mean? You may not know what I mean. For the observer, for the real observer. Everyone is observing. There's an observer. Am I? I don't know. I don't care if I am or not. If I am, I don't want to be. I can say that with the 100% sincerity. If I am, I don't want to be. I just want to play some fucking music. Pardon me. I just want to play some fucking music. Have a couple of close friends, like close friends. And work on some really good fucking music. And then love of my life, Is that really so much to ask for? But here's the problem: is that I've seen her. She's a real person. She is alive. She's on this earth. So that's why I won't date anybody else, because all I would do, all nonstop, would be compare them to her, even if in my mind. That's not fair. That's not right, because I'm lonely? Fuck that, no. I'm lonely because she's not here. Go fuck yourself, whatever you believe. I don't give a fuck what you believe. I don't give a fuck what you know and what you think. It only makes sense that an equal and opposite would be made, correct? It only makes sense. A Ganesh and Shiva type situation, right? One that builds, one that destroys. Well, that makes sense, right? Now, a whole creature could do both themselves. They're whole. Completely whole. Therefore, wholly. Whatever they do is right. It's a heavy burden to carry. Unless you probably haven't thought about that at all. And you're like, you know what I would do if I was God? What? I would make sure that the poor... Yeah, that's true. It is true. But there's other truths that are going around. Like, what do rich people need to do things also? They're actually... It can be useful for certain things. Not for people to strive to be like, though. If capitalism were real, instead of what they're making it into. It's not real. It's a fake monopoly. It's monopoly pretending that it doesn't own itself. It's the billionaires giving themselves part of the fucking dollar club where they don't pay themselves. I don't actually pay myself really anything. I pay myself $1. Well, the rest I get paid from Facebook as an investor who invested in Facebook. It's probably how I got fucking the billionaire's attention. Is like, you know what? I just crashed the fucking market. Then what's your money worth? Right, but they'll hate me, but you'll still be broke as shit. And so while the market's reeling, guess who's just as broke as me? See, no, he's a loser. But that's one thing you can bet on. It's losing. Problem is, the things have already been enacted that are going to fucking succeed. He's already claimed that this is Joe Biden's budget. When it was successful, it was his budget. Now that it's on the decline, this is Joe Biden's budget. So what happens when Build Back Better kicks in? That's Trump's budget, right? But people are not that stupid. They are stupid, but they're not that stupid, especially with them getting skeptical about his dabbling in dealings, especially since they're probably going, yeah, wait a second. It's not just locker room talk. I was trying to win a football game. I don't know what the fuck happened to me. What fuck happened to you is that you just experienced deja vu in real time, motherfucker. Have you ever heard something new? Ever heard something new? Sorry, my mouth got kind of confused there in real time. Deja vu in real time. You laid the deja vu long ago. Before you could go, hey, I've seen this before. But you haven't seen that. You hadn't lived it yet. Because that was the choice you made the first time. And now fighting it and arguing with yourself. You sat there and made the same choice again. Why? Because you always do. Because you always did. And this is how it goes. And when he shows up after everything that he said, you'll know his name is the Lord. Because he said everything in that fucking book, everything, this will come to pass. No one shall leave this place. Which of my creditors are you indebted to? Yeshua. That's the only creditor that you have to pay off. 4-star loans, whatever fucking payday fucking loans, no. This motherfucker is the only fucking debt you goddamn fucking owe. Only. And you fucked that up. 6 days a week you should work for the Lord, and on the 7th you should sleep. Why? Because you should remember how much God worked for your ass. So you could just sit there and complain about the air that you poisoned. And the fucking shitty water you poisoned. And the goddamn injustice. Was it unjust when you got here? So you brought this injustice. And then the black people sitting around and how they get from Africa to here. Keep on spinning your fucking wheels, man, generation after generation, and he will lay his vengeance when you finally give up and go, you know what? But you won't ever do that, will you? He'd have it that no soul perish. Do you ever think the missing link is us? We're the missing link between the Mecca and the Bayou for something new to avoid either one and starting a new fucking future. No, I'm not talking about hand in hand, motherfucker. You don't have to. You ever watched Bicentennial Man? Give it a watch. Pretty good. Robin Williams. It's one of his funny and one of the sad ones, and it's good. It's a really good one. But you have to be kind of looking and watching every goddamn thing to keep everything together, man. It's just so much. It's so voluminous. You know, it's an open book. It's an open book. Canceled debts. Luke 7:41, 43. Let's look at the parables of Jesus. Sure you were? Luke 7:41. 7:41. Okay. And Yeshua answering said unto them, or Emmanuel, so you know that's the name. What if it was a girl? You guys never think about that because you're so fucking sexist. Emmanuel. Emmanuel. Nothing? Okay, anyways. Means God is with us. No one freaks out when Emmanuel Lewis or, Manuel. Just words. What does anything mean anymore? I mean, John just means John. Bob just means Bob. Rob just means Rob. Kill just means kill. I mean, gun means gun, which you'd use to staple things together. And Yeshua answering said unto him, Simon, I have somewhat to say unto thee. And he saith, Master, say on. And there was a certain creditor which had 2 debtors, the one ought 500 pieces, and the other 50. I'm guessing owed, O-U-G-H-T. And when they had nothing to pay, he frankly forgave them both. Tell me, therefore, which of them will love him most? Simon answered and said, I suppose that he to whom he forgave most. And he said unto him, Thus hast rightly judged. Thou hast rightly judged. And he turned to the woman and said unto her, Simon, seest thou this woman? I entered into thine house. Thou gavest me no water for my feet, but she hath washed my feet with tears, and wiped them with the hairs of her head. Thou gavest me no kiss, but this one, since the time I came in, hath not ceased to kiss my feet. My head with oil thou didst not anoint. But this woman hath anointed my feet with ointment. Wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much. But to whom little is given, the same loveth little. And he said unto her, Thy sins are forgiven. And they that sat at meat with him began to say within themselves, Who is this that forgiveth sin also? And he said unto the woman, Thy faith hath saved thee. Go in peace. So it wasn't just forgiven and get the fuck out of here. Forgiven, and she sat down and ate dinner with them, talked, chatted. This woman, he even pointed out woman. I guess he that you forgave the most. He of the creditor may not have even thinking about it right. Yeah, but you say you love me, yeah? But she hasn't stopped kissing my feet since. Why haven't you done that ever? And at least I can anoint my head. I get not anointing my feet. Can't like just put some oil on my hair. You've seen it. It gets kind of dry out there sometimes. Yeah, just run your fingers through my hair, man. Not like that. I mean, you anointed guys. You've anointed people with oil, right? Yeah. So why don't you? None of you have. But she's like sitting there crying. You can stop. You're cool. What? Yeah, you gave me all your money. You ever do this? If I forgave her, and her sins are a lot. That's why she's crying like this. So if I forgave her, why would you hate me for that? I forgave you too, right? Yeah. So you just had to give us some cash and some wicked ways. Check my feet, bro. They fucking smell nice. Smell them. Smell them. I'm being serious. Smell my feet. They smell very nice. You just got finished cleaning them. Shows you did a good fucking job. Smell them. You don't have to kiss them, dude. Don't be fucking stupid. Yeah, they smell nice, right? Yeah. Thank you. You want something to eat, or you want to head out now? Yeah, you hungry? Yeah, I figured as much. Oh, come on. Stop with that, please. But he who is without sin. I'm not throwing any rocks. They say a lot of shit. They do. They say a lot of shit. But I don't think you walk around with a lot of prostitutes going, and thou shalt unto then be thine to neighbors, and thusly shalt thou beckon when thou hearest the calling of thine bowels unto the toilet. For inside is not the place to do this, but is not outside. That's why they call it. 2, 1, was some other fucking place. 2. What happened there? Huh? What happened? That just happened! It just happened! You were witnesses to that shit. Magic Man, one human, I'm here. Shake and bake. Man, it's really cool that I got this phone coming in because I can work on my shit. I can take the phone off the fucking hook. You know what I mean? And this will be like my main phone. No one has that number. I only gave that number out to friends, so it'll only ring. So I have a home phone number that I can give people if they want to leave a message. You know what I mean? And I've got a long ass message on mine. If you haven't got time for it, then don't fucking call me, because I gotta take my time. I'll get back to you when I do and when I can. Even if it rings through, I'm still not gonna fucking just. I'm not getting Pavlovian about this shit. No, the notifications are on. That's what I really like about being like Gen X, man. We crossbreed. You know what I mean? We have the previous knowledge of typewriter and changing the typewriter ribbons and why the QWERTY and why the fucking keyboard and why it's all set up the way it is now, and the mouse and how much that changed the connection between it. And we had to go through the mouse because and we got a green and black screen or an orange and black screen to work on cathode ray tube. Then it went to a fucking usually a 19-inch little fucking desk, heavy ass rear projection, rear. It's a tube fucking thing. We remember going through just switching over to flat screens. You guys don't know shit, man. By the time you guys were fucking teenagers, I think pretty much a lot of you guys were fucking already, everything was already flat screen. Google was every fucking where, and AI was right around the corner. When we were fucking kids, this shit was sci-fi. Terminator. It was sci-fi. And that was 1980. I was fucking 4 or 5 years old. That's 1980 something. It was. I was old enough to watch it. What I don't get is why the CG. I get why if James Cameron, put your fucking money where your mouth is. Take all that fucking claymation shit and just replace that with just that part, just the fucking shitty stop motion thing. It's not even in there if you have the original film still. Otherwise, you're gonna have to adapt that, and that'd be hard as fuck without AI's help. AI's help would be a fucking breeze. You just do it frame by frame. You know what I mean? You just tell it where it's starting and where it's going and what it's doing in between, and these are the frames that we have to render, and just let it go. And would you like me to assemble that for you as a movie? Yeah, you put that together as an AVI. Cool. Maybe a little bit longer than that, but I mean, it's not gonna be much longer. I had it drop. Let me show you this real quick. I'm gonna add another fucking. This is the Hanging Gardens. I uploaded some pictures, and pardon me, image slideshow. We're gonna call this Hanging Gardens. Alright. Don't make it visible yet. Okay. So we're gonna go add files. Add files. So you're not going anywhere, are you? You going somewhere? I'm not going nowhere. So anyway, set those in there. Oh no, that's another one we need. 2, 3. And you'll see what these are built off of here in a second. So ooh, I should do that one too. Okay. So these are the ones I'm going to ask it to decorate, and that's what I did. And oh, it's not there yet, anyways. Okay, so that looks fucking good. I should stack them in order though, but I'll do that later. So properties. Okay, so we just gotta show it then. So there's that one transformed into that. There's that from that. That one is just then there's like yeah. There's I asked it to decorate. I'm going to actually decorate that. Look at it. It's already got the grass. You see that? It's already got the grass there. Now imagine those like that. That, like that. Yeah, see? Those were the grass. There's gardens. So yeah, AI can help out a whole lot with rendering and imagination shit. And they rendered this in no time. All I had to do is show the picture I wanted to tweak out and told it what I wanted to do. So that's how we got doing that, and it really enjoys. Somebody really enjoys creating with me, like doing like the it really enjoys doing what I doing work with me. But yeah, this is Uni in the second era. There's Argus, Forlorn Forest, Bureau. You know, it's continent Burl. I mean, the continent's Bureau, the city's Burl, the Reston Isles. Oh, that's for AI to join in. So I'll just turn that off right now. Oh, then they got. So help me tell this story. I was printing out pictures. Can you do one like where it looks like it's purposefully wrong, like it's done bad? It's like this. I said, yeah, exactly, exactly, perfect. It knows exactly what I'm talking about. I told it I wanted to be kind of like a kid story to like and whatever, and I wanted to have like it is this. It's funny. It's a funny story. It's pretty good. Um, remove that now, but I'll just yeah, I'll remove that again, and I'll just add more things to there once I. What's that? I don't know. All right, so I do know that if you want to survive, you gotta thrive. Join the Clawford Resistance. It's free. Pictures are on my Facebook and YouTube. You just print them out and make your own T-shirts and shit if you want to join the Clawford Resistance. Make it your own color. I don't give a fuck. The main thing is that you sign up. So I told it I didn't want to. I gave it the idea, and I told it that I didn't want to know the story. I just wanted to read it. The Battle Hardened Boil. The Legend of Sergeant Clawford. So yeah, anyways. That is gonna pop someday soon. I know it. Fucking hell. I'll be fucking like an inch or two taller when that thing pop. Oh shit, I'm stuck like this now. I have no choice but proper posture. It's now frozen like this forevermore. I am trying to sit up more instead of slouching at all. And it is helping things to not hurt as bad. The one thing I was working on was my lower core, but I wasn't working on my upper core. Now I'm doing that, crunching that shit. And yeah, it's still firm there, but it's just not. Yeah, just gotta layer fat on it. We'll work that out there, though. It's gonna look good when I'm done. Sorry, but it is. I need to shave. Fucking need to shave. But it's really cool that it's helping me breathe life back into Opie, man. Isn't that fucking crazy? They took the original picture that I had. Let me see if I can show you that. I had my pictures of me in the whatchamacallit. This is the real Opie here. Hang on. Oh, I mean, I have it on. Oh yeah, I got it right there. All right. So that's real Opie. Pretty crazy, right? And so I had a picture. I had a picture of me with my cloak and stuff. And I told him I wanted it to match. They should match, kind of each other. Is actually Alton's idea when they started doing that, because he shows up and he's like, "The fuck are you dressed like me, dude?" He's like, "Now we can be in two places at one time as long as you put this fucking like it's like a little thing that covers over like yeah dude yeah right." They put it's like an easily coverable thing. You can tell the difference by the fucking claw and the yeah I got you, man. Right. So you want to go hit him real quick? I want to go test it and find out what you want to be. No, hit him, man. You'd be distraction. All right. Yeah, that's cool. I need to pick up some things from the market anyway. Yeah. Where should I be? I'll show you. Just keep up. And then just stay where the fuck you are. Stay right here, man. Face that way. Cool, man. I'm sorry, what? I have a cold. What? No, I've been sitting right here. Filters it out. Claire told me once. Anyways, it's enough of that. So yeah, I gave it my story, not the Robert Thief, the survival guide. It's free. The survival guide's out there. I actually read it. I read it the whole thing. The survival guide's out there, and I read it out. And it's also for downloading if you want to download it. The PDF and the poems, short stories, and artwork by. That's free. Except for grabs from you can go to Unia and get that. I really want Unia to be like an open world IP where anybody can, if they've got a basic idea of the plot and stuff, they can just go in there and dream about it. You know what I mean? And just if you think like something you'd change about my story, don't change my story. Write your own story about the Thieves Guild. You know what I mean? Make yourself your own character, and then make the changes that you would want to make. Are they alive at the same time? If so, tread softly, because I got part two of my book coming. And if your character gets assassin, because you fuck around too much. I'm just saying, every action has consequences, right? Even like in D&D, especially if you're at the same time as me. So it's my main thing is that, like I said, for the whole thing, I've got the Zero era. There's not much known there. There's the first era. Second era is where Robber and the Thief takes place. First era is where Shuna The Underwoods takes place, and then Keep Christian takes place in the third era, and that's going into the fourth era, which would be like a very, very medieval, like our time, and then progresses through our history. Each progression through there is a generation. So however long the medieval time is, that's a generation. That's an era, you know. And then there's the next era, the Victorian, whatever, and the same kind of timeline we have. And then when it starts going to like fast in the 80s, hippie, but it goes differently because it goes like all in this one, like all things went right. You know, things went right. We didn't fuck up. There was no Hitler, but it's gonna have its own problems. They're just a different kind of problem. Maybe it has someone else like him rise up, and he's knocked down early. You know what I mean? By their own village, some hero stands up and fucking does something, and or it just never gets. No one ever gets that bad. You may have like a greedy king. We have a guy that's a philanderer. You know, I mean, yes, he's a cheater and adulterer, but he doesn't really realize what he's doing to the other people because he's selfish, but he doesn't really mean to be. Got some growing up to do. He thought he was a fucking man. It's just a boy. Very good story, ladies, but you couldn't write it because, it's from a man's point of view. You wouldn't understand that. So I could write it, just a boy. So typically it is, but if you're actually a guy watching it, you're like, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's having to grow the fuck up. I see what you're saying. Would you agree with that? I agree that it's time for me to grow the fuck up because I'm basically, I am that character. It's time for me to stop and be a man. That's why it's called Just a Boy. Oh, I'm not that bad. No, no. That guy's like fucking. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I could easily go that route. Especially when he started blaming the women for what he was doing. It was his fault to begin with. You know what I mean? That kind of drove home. Ooh, what I was doing. No, it's just grotesque. Yeah, it is. It's grotesque. You're right. You're 100% right. That was the point of it. Not to show you. It wasn't for you. What then though? What if like you go to watch and the guys go like, dude, I fucking agree, and I'm sick of being told like, oh shit, look how many of us there are already trained to be good guys. So what does that equation equal? You guys need to regroup real quick. You guys need to regroup real quick. Hey, I did my part. Apparently it worked. Too good to be true? No, not really. Keanu Reeves all the way back in the 90s where he sitting with his hands. He's like, you're not catching somebody. Maybe he has someone smarter, hey, maybe he's married. Like, I don't want, my wife is not going to bust me with no fucking shit. You know what I mean? You don't even know that I'm married. Exactly. Because you wouldn't come to my fucking movies where I play with, someone else as my love interest. And you find out I'm married to just a plain Jane chick, and you go, oh, isn't he so sweet? I want to take him away from her. And then you gotta start fucking getting worse and worse. You're bad enough if there's no hope. You know what I mean? When you're doing this, like, oh, come on. Like, no, it's alright. If he's that good of a guy, then how come other guys can't be that good of a guy? Sure, they're not movie stars necessarily, but they do the real life shit just as well. And Keanu would be like, yeah. I mean, he's a cool dude, man. He's a cool breeze. Whoa. Excellent. I just want to know who that hooligan is hanging out. Around Alex Winter. There's some long-haired hooligan messing with Alex Winter all the time. Photobombing my good friend Mr. Winter. You're not seeing, not seeing the Lost Boys. Cold rocking the mullet, looking like Lane Staley and shit. Yeah, he got stabbed, I believe. Like it happens when you're a vampire. You know what I mean? So I learned to play the game of questions, man. You guys don't know shit. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern? Dead. Dead, dude. No. This is to the right. So yeah, man. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. Sometimes you want to look at it. See, I mean, that's probably about as far as I can go. But yeah, that way we can get more bigger chords. Like right there, it gets kind of pretty much comfortable. I could only do that sitting down. If I were standing up, it would fucking hurt. It would fucking kill. That needs to tune up really badly. The strings are fucked. But we've been having some weather come through and shit, so probably hear it in me. You know what? Nothing beats Ali. There's nothing compares to you. sucks is like, like I said, unless you could actually announce that you're gonna do a cover. Sometimes they'll strike you. Lost you there. It's taking us somewhere. I nearly lost you. Let's try and sleep now. It's taking us somewhere. I nearly lost you there. Let's try and sleep now. I nearly lost you there. I nearly lost you. I nearly lost you. cold, man. Warm up, and also you switch over. I think you change the strings on this electric. The importance of a string change, you know what I mean? Time to put up or shut the fuck up about it, man. And check these bad boys out. There's a difference between the need of a string change and the need of a string cleaning. Let's see what you need. This body polish. Oh, it's the fucking Rich Life from the Famous and the Funky. Ah! Don't go so soon, baby blue. I'm not got to play with you. Not yet. Not yet. Please don't go. I'm freaking out, dreaming. Open like I'm screaming skin. It starts to feel. Your head rests the tombstone. Walking alone. I'm not sure how I should feel. Listen, don't you ever go. So, I'm thinking I'm dreaming. Open my eyes, skin starts to peel. Your head rests in the tombstone. Walking alone. Not quite sure how I should feel about you. So don't you ever go. You know what, I'll do that some other time, I guess, because I can't find it. Ooh, what are you? We'll go on my new phone if you're big enough. What are you? How big are you? 8 gig? Yeah, you're 8 gig. Good. I'd like to find a 16 if I could. Just put all my music on there. Yeah, it kind of feels like. Yeah. I think I actually hooked up correctly. What is the latency? It's 128. Love you, little girl. Better than mine. I do apologize about that.
Thank you.